So, yesterday, 4:28 a.m., the sun entered Capricorn, and this is also the start of the winter solstice. So, maybe it's a charm of admitting that I'm wrong, maybe it's Mercury retrograde, but the winter solstice is actually the time when nighttime is longest and the day is shortest, which is 180 degrees in opposition on the southern hemisphere, where they have their summer solstice, which is when daytime is longest and nighttime is shortest. So, yeah, this is why I didn't do it yesterday. But equinoxes are the times when daytime and nighttime are equally long. So, the spring equinox and the autumn equinox. But maybe this whole congestion happened because I removed my septum. The necklace is gone. And I got this hardcover book in which I got all the astrological events for the upcoming Capricorn season, because Capricorn is the ruler of the 10th house. And the 10th house is all about your public life, your legacy, your career, ambitions, and the authority figure. So the kind of boss that you are and the kind of bosses that you encounter. This cardinal earth sign starts long term goals, long term initiations. So, something tangible, earth, materialistic, you can last on. And this sea goat has the dominant phrase, I achieve, which they share with their ruling planet Saturn, which is currently in Pisces. So, this Capricorn season is ruled by Saturn, the discipline, father time, the authority, in the mystical, timeless Pisces for the upcoming 3 years. But Saturn, Capricorn, they both have the dominant phrase I achieve. As this sea goat loves to just climb tables, climb mountains, just go, go, go. But it's winter time. So let's slow the F down, because springtime is a time when you go out and explore. Summertime is a time to bloom. Autumn is a time to cut some roots and adjust here and there, just like you cut your roses. And like the roses grow their roots again, grow their shoots again, that's winter time. So slow down, especially as the sun is in a conjunction with Mercury in retrograde. And retrogrades are all about slowing down. Thrive effortlessly this Capricorn season or this winter time. Excuse me though. And Capricorn in medical astrology is the ruler of the shins and the bones. So let's say you have Saturn in your first house of your appearance to the world. You may have quite a bony appearance. Let's say you have a strong Capricorn presence in your chart. You may have quite strong bones. So let's end this week 51, Friday the 22nd. Yesterday we had the winter solstice, sun and soul, mind and soul alignment with the sun in a conjunction with Mercury. On Saturday, the 23rd of December, so today, Mercury in retrograde will move back into Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is all about the exploring, all about the growth. So we're revisiting, rethinking. Maybe I should enlighten myself in some new studies. Maybe I should appoint a new mentor. Just go, do, and invest for yourself as you do in others. As later in the day, Mars in Sagittarius will be in a fire trine with the North Node. So that's your future, your growth, where you are going to. Of course, when someone else says like, "Ooh, would you like to wear a black jacket?" Of course, which one? The big one, but do it for you. Invest for yourself, as being of service is a Virgo thing, and Virgo loves to be there for others first. The own cup, if it's not full, you can't fill another. We end this week on Sunday, the 24th of December, when the sun will be in a final feminine sextile with Saturn. And I say a final sextile because new moons are the end of an old cycle, beginning of a new cycle, right? When the sun is in a conjunction with the moon. Well, when the sun is in a conjunction with Saturn, it's also the end of an old cycle. Okay, these are the spiritual disciplines and the spiritual commitments I have. These are the spiritual achievements I wanted to gain. And these are the new ones I'm going to follow, as Saturn will remain in Pisces for the upcoming 3 years, or 2 years still. So off to week 52, which we start on Monday, the 25th of December, when Venus will be in a water trine with Neptune. So Venus in Scorpio, I love these desires. I love to transform towards these desires. And Neptune in Pisces, I dream these beliefs. I believe these dreams. Allow yourself to create out of boredom. As I woke up at like 4:40 today, I remember like when we were children, like it's finally your free Saturday, and the children just wake up at like 4, 5, 6 a.m. just staring. Find a way to turn the TV on. Find a way to find your crayons. Find a way to make your own pancake. Find some time to be bored again, as the greatest Piscean of all, Tyler the Creator, said, and create out of boredom. Build some emotional commitment towards it. On Wednesday, the 27th of December, we have a whole lot. First, we have the full moon in Cancer. And this full moon in Cancer happens 5 days after the sun entered Capricorn. So this may be on 5 degrees. 4 degrees is Cancer degree, caring, nurturing, and 5 degrees is the Leo degree. So all about your creation and entertainment. But this full moon in Cancer is ruled by the moon in Cancer. So yeah, time for celebration and allow yourself to feel and experience, as the dominant phrase of Cancer is I feel. Chiron will be moving direct again, so the wounded healer will be moving forward again on those degrees it went back. So instead of revisiting all these past traumas, past wounds, past hurts, we're going to find a way to deal with it and to grow with it. And is there any way? So now find a way to do it. Just like this nose is congested right now, find a way to do it. Either way, later in the day, Mercury retrograde will be in a mutable square with Neptune. So Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, revisiting where you like to explore, where you like to grow, where you like to find some new terrains. In a square, so forming an obstacle with Neptune. Because do you feel like you want to be there, or do you just think you need to be there? That delusion, because the bad side of Neptune is pollution, delusion, addiction, making your making it the cat wise, as Dutch people would say. But make these dreams effortless. Do you want to be in Dubai for the gram, or do you want to be in Dubai for the culture? Do you want to go to Mali, Timbuktu for the books, or do you want to go to Timbuktu for the book? If you get that one, let me know. Either way, make your dreams effortless. And later in the day, the sun in Capricorn will be in a Earth trine with Jupiter in retrograde. So Jupiter in retrograde already finds it difficult to feel excited, joyful about yourself, the self-worth, which is Taurus, or the finances. Whew. And the sun in Capricorn, very rigid, very stern. There aren't a lot of Capricorns that really like astrology, but dare to see the magic in it, as there are 3 Capricorns who heard me out, wanted to listen to me about what I'm doing over here, because they see. The sea goat sees the climb, and they're like, what are you doing up on this mountain? Tell me, enlighten me. They're seeing magic. Because if you're open to it, imagine how far you could get. And if the right Capricorn just helps me at the right place, like, yeah. Either way, whole lot. Full moon in Cancer, which will happen like 31, 32 minutes after midnight on Wednesday, the 27th of December, local Amsterdam time. Chiron direct again in Aries. Mercury retrograde in a mutable square with Neptune, and the sun in a Earth trine with Jupiter retrograde. I don't know why I'm telling this, because I'm going to write it in the description. But off to Thursday, the 28th of December, when Mercury in retrograde will be in a conjunction with Mars in Sagittarius. So again, the growth, the expansion, the exploration with I think, I rethink, and I act. Rethink, where you stealthy your growth by thinking you're too mature. As later in the day, Mars will follow in this mutable square with Neptune in Pisces. So Pisces, they're quite an old soul, but also quite childlike. And yeah, are you childlike, or are you just that wise old soul? When I start a conversation with, hey, have you seen that South Park episode? And some people will just like, okay, I'm gonna zone out, I'm gonna check out because this is not my conversation. Cartoons. Well, I was watching the South Park episode, 1 season 26, and I was like, oh, The topics they discuss in that stuff. It's so, I like those topics to discuss. And it opens people up for new discussions. But do you think I'm too mature because they're talking about cartoons? Or are you open to it? Have that Piscean openness to it, but also know that if it's not for you, if it's pollution, just skedaddle. Because for some things, we aren't mature enough. Like when someone asks you, do you want a cigarette? You should always say no. Either way. Off to Friday, the 29th of December, when Venus will be in a feminine sextile with Pluto. So again, that vital sextile. And Venus will later in the day enter Sagittarius. So first, Venus, I love. Pluto, I empower. And both very driven, Scorpio and Capricorn. So be very driven towards the goals you want to empower yourself in, you want to transform towards. As later in the day, Venus will enter Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is very dedicated towards their goal and very dedicated towards their very sure of their knowledge. How can you be sure? By being secure. So first, what did I write down? Recreate your own values before stepping out. Show that dedication. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, I made someone delete his Instagram apparently, right? Because what happened? I said unpopular opinion, Black and African is not the same. Okay, wahala, wahala, wahala. And then I came back with just like some West Indians would never call themselves Caribbean. And this kid came out with all the curses just to say, I've never heard a Caribbean person that doesn't want to be called Caribbean. I am 2 drops West Indian, right? Next to the Nigerian. And I just showed this video.
All I know is my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my granddad, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins have never once in their life referred to themselves as Caribbean. Y'all not about to keep playing in our faces, all right? Y'all disrespected us long enough, and this was about to happen.
I got the receipts, and yeah, I'm not here for the defeats. Have that dedication towards your knowledge instead of stepping back, because like I said, there were a lot of times that I also had to step back, and that could have been a huge assassination of character, but I persevered. Either way, on Sunday the 31st of December, we end the week 52 with Jupiter starting to move direct in Taurus again at 2:40 in the AM. So it's easier to feel joyful and excited about what you're doing again, and especially as we're revisiting, because like I have said, when a retrograde happens, it's like, okay, we move secure, we move good, and then you go backtrack. Like, am I actually? Am I? Well. And now we're moving forward again. Later in the day, the sun will be in a Earth trine with Lilith in Virgo. And I wrote down, remain open to the future with lessons from the past. Because the future is coming. We're moving forward again. But you didn't go back for nothing. Sometimes I remember things from the past. Like before I had my growth spurt, I was quite chubby. And in that time, African people, West Indian people weren't really seen as nice, attractive, whatever. Excuse me. So I had a lot of hurt in that time. I was very insecure about myself, especially with Jupiter right now in the sign of self-worth. But as I'm moving forward, I will not forget that some people are that shallow and that low and that easily imprinted. Do not move forwards, but do not forget the truth. And yeah, whatever. Happy Gregorian New Year as we start week 1 on Monday, the 1st of January, with Venus being in a mutable square with Saturn. So Venus, I love growing, I love expansion, but as you grow, know or do not forget where you came from. Again, as Saturn in Pisces, those boundaries, limitations of the intuitive spiritual, the intuitive, that water sign, the mutable water. Oh, I feel so invested here because they told me I'm pretty. They told me I'm nice. Yeah, exactly. Think about that. But also, oh my God, they keep picking on me. They keep looking for my attention. They keep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, do not forget where you came from, and do not forget the past. That's all I'm saying. On Tuesday, the 2nd of January, Mercury will start moving direct in Sagittarius again. So that sign of the exploring and the growth. A lot of Sagittarius. And we act on those thoughts. You've been thinking about it. Well, Mercury was here before. So we were thinking like, "Ooh, do I want to take violin lessons?" Well, and then we went back. Okay, well, I can take violin lessons here for 22 an hour. And now we're moving forward again. First thing, that do you have time? Do you have the energy, Sagittarius, mutable fire? Do you have that energy to put here, to put there? I need to clean the house. I need to get gas in the car. I need to fix this. I don't have time for violin lessons, but I want to be like Emily Autumn. Think if you have the energy, if you have the time. On Thursday, the 4th of January, Mars will enter its exalted sign of Capricorn. And like I said in a planetary video, Mars loves the cardinal signs. So it's home in the cardinal fire of Aries, starts action. I'm here, I'm there. I don't need a plan, I just act. Hates it in the cardinal waters of Cancer. Okay, I start emotional bonds here. But if I'm emotionally invested, I cannot act, is what Mars is saying. Depressed, 180 degrees in opposition in the cardinal air sign, which initiates social context here, social context there. Mars thinks it's dead weight, but loves it in the cardinal earth sign of Capricorn with the long-term goal. So Capricorn already has that list. Like, this is what we're gonna, hey, Mars, this is what, how far are, oh my God. Love it. Mars and Capricorn energy, do something with it, or it will do something with you. On Saturday, the 6th of January, the sun will be in a cardinal square with Chiron. Whatever passed is a part of you, acknowledge it, but do not let it define you. As Aries, Chiron in Aries, Aries is your self-presentation to the world. And Chiron moving forward again, okay, we remember that this happened, that happened, this, that, and the third. But is that something? Hey, I'm Shmoane, and I was fat when I was small. Bruh, that's not good for the legacy. That's not good for the name you want. That's not good for the kind of authority you want to exert. Mm-mm. So whatever past happened, it's okay that it happened, but yeah, do not let it define you. That's not how we want to go out. That's not how we want to be remembered. On Sunday, the 7th of January, I'm cutting a whole lot out because of these costs, but on Sunday, the 7th of January, Venus will be in a beautiful square with Lilith. So that first square, kind of like a first quarter. Easy roads, do not build character, baby. Persevere these challenges. That's Venus. You love these, you love to grow. But Lilith, those suppressed traits, personality, whatever. But you love to grow. Then go. Again, if you don't make it a part of you, your persona, your name, what you're remembered for, how can someone else or you hold you accountable for it? Easy roads do not build character, but build character gradually. And off to week 2, which we start on Tuesday, the 9th of January, when Mercury will be in a mutable square. Yeah, mutable square with Neptune. Talk about and discover your strengths. Mercury moving direct again, right? And it's planet of the communication and also the technology, short travel, like short encounters, going out, going here, going there. And it's the conscious. Neptune is kind of like the subconscious, higher conscious in this square. in Pisces. So again, about the beliefs, about your dreams, about, and they share Jupiter together. So it's all about kind of spiritual expansion. Talk about these things that you're thinking about, that you're, I don't know the word, but talk about these things that come up in your mind and discover your strengths. And preferably do this with a mentor, as Sagittarius also is the teacher, the mentor, the preacher. Talk about it. Let it out. Don't let it just be something in your mind. Get it out. I have such a headache right now. Jesus. On Wednesday, the 10th of January, the sun will be in a Earth trine with Uranus in retrograde. So the sun in that, again, rigid Capricorn, and Uranus, the planet of your evolution and your, well, in retrograde, so it's difficult to free yourself. But we deserve a look back at all this evolution we did. Capricorn, it's not just about driving forward, climbing the mountain, climbing the tree, We deserve a look back as we're still in this retrograde and Uranus until the 27th of January. Later in the day, Mars will be in this final feminine sextile with Saturn. And yeah, Mars in Capricorn, again, those long-term goals, act on it by looking back. Father Time, Saturn, Pisces, timeless. Look back on how far you've come. And most of the times, that's how you really acknowledge your strengths. Maybe you're your own mentor, maybe you're your own guide. Probably. On Thursday, the 11th of January, the sun will be in a cardinal square with the North Node. Later in the day, we'll be having the new moon in Capricorn on 20 degrees. So again, the Scorpio degree. This is like the third new moon on 20 degrees since Capricorn, since Scorpio season. But afterwards, Venus will be in a fire trine with Chiron. Believe me when I say future you will be so grateful as the sun is in this cardinal square with the North Node. So where you're growing to, where you're going towards. And as it's winter time, just slow the F down, man. Slow the F down and look back. This new moon in Capricorn, so new mountains, new tables to climb. Because you've already reached the top. And higher than the top, yeah. Find a new top, go down again and do it again. Find the time to be bored and to explore and to create again. And later today, Venus will be in this fire trine with Chiron. Hey, now you are the example. You are the mentor. You are the teacher. As you've encountered this, you have these experiences, but you do not have these experiences just to say, I have these experiences. So now you are the authority figure. So do something with it this new moon. Be dedicated towards your transformation. As 20 degrees Scorpio degree is again about the dedication, your transformation, how driven you are on towards your desires. On Friday, the 12th of January, Mars will be in a Earth trine with Jupiter in Taurus. So as it's just moving direct, it's the baby steps first. Slow down, because slow and steady wins the race. And Earth is all about a slow, steady, but going. So even though it's baby steps, at least you're going. Yeah, slow and easy. Excuse me, slow and easy wins the race. So I act, I grow. Yeah, the cycle continues, the growth continues. Take it easy, yeah? Just because you're capable doesn't mean you have to do it like right now. Sorry. On Sunday, the 14th, Mercury will go back into, Mercury will shift back into Capricorn. Yeah, stay humble, because we haven't earned our place yet just for showing up. Just because you did the course, just because you subscribe to it, doesn't mean you have anything yet. Doesn't mean you have any authority. Doesn't mean you have any real value towards it. So slow the F down again. We start week 3 on Monday, the 15th of December, when Venus will be in a fire trine with the North Node. So I love this growth. I love this expansion. towards and all that energy towards the north node, where you're going to, where your future you wants to be, what you're trying to embrace. Value isn't always in money, just like beauty doesn't always lay in looks. So why would knowledge always lay in books? Find these alternative things to build credibility. Because yes, I went to school, but yes, I also know a little thingy or two from the streets. Yes, I got like the books, like my own personal books. But yes, I also did something with podcast and stuff, and did my own research. But especially that about the own research. Because I saw this post on Instagram and it said, yeah, Mercury's moving direct on the 27th of January. No, that's Uranus, love. If you're really dedicated, if you're really invested towards it, don't just take something as someone dishes it out for you. Just because so you got served a plate doesn't mean you got to eat from it. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, because even I made mistakes and I'll admit them, but maybe it's too late. So, either way. On Tuesday, the 16th of January, the Sun will be in a final feminine sextile with Neptune. Pick your battles. Surrender to what is and what is not. As Neptune, again, is also about the pollution, the disillusion. And are you really going to put your energy here, make this something for the long term? It is what it is, it ain't what it ain't, love. So, on the inside, be very sure of what it is. Because, oh yeah, what did I say? This feminine sextile connects Pisces, Capricorn, and Pisces. What? Because they can both say no. It ain't what it ain't, and it is what it. If it's a no, it's a no. So don't be like a Virgo, like, well, maybe if I tweak this, maybe if they, we are not they, we are not putting our energy in that. Uh, Jesus. On Thursday, the 18th of January, Mercury will be in a feminine sextile with Saturn. Hey, Saturn, Father Time, Mercury, thinking about those long term. Hey, time is on your side, honey. Be that delusional like Pisces. But time is on your side. Just use it to evaluate if some battles are yours or some battles are not. I remember, like, at work. Oh, yeah. I could have been fired, and I was like, yeah, it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't, we'll see. Like, until the final day, I had to wait like 365 days for 366 days. I was like, whoa, know your word, honey. Don't be scared, pick your battles wisely. On Friday the night, and if someone's gonna be like, oh, you didn't put enough energy in it, oh, you didn't put enough energy towards our friendship, oh, you didn't put enough energy towards your job, oh, you didn't put enough energy towards listen, not acting is also acting. On Friday, the 19th of January, Mercury will be in a Earth trine with Jupiter, direct this time. Hey, remember? I remember this thing where they said like, future me is talking crap about me right now or today. We are not doing that. We are not. We are very proud of who we are, where we are right now, and this here helps us to get where we need to be. That North Node again. So remember that the big ugly eye I had with like the Aquarius first quarter. Oh my God! But I did it. I persevered. But I'm not going to do the Dutch one after this. But yeah, future us is proud of us. And a friend of mine told me like, oh my God, I would never upload that. It's on the internet forever. I walk outside like this, so I screw the internet. Later in the day, Venus will be in a mutable square with Neptune. All this adulting we did just to discover like child us was great. After a lot of adulting, you just referred back to your inner child, right? Just go, just do it. Because Venus, I love growing, exploring here, there. Why put all this energy into these new territories when you can just go back to old territory? Now you have the money, now you have the time, now you have the space. Go, go. When you were young, you wanted to do. I'm so proud of my niece. My niece, she's always traveling. Like, never wakes up at like 5 a.m. or something, but when she's traveling, you do you, girl. Yeah, and you do you, girl, boy, whoever you are. On Saturday, oh, we're almost done. On Saturday, the 20th of January, the sun will be in a conjunction with Pluto. And afterwards, the sun will enter Aquarius, its detriment sign, because the sun is home in Leo, 180 degrees in opposition. The sun, our vitality, our inner spirit, is depressed for the upcoming 30 days. So there's nothing wrong with Aquarians. It's just the sun is depressed. And afterwards, Mars will be in a Earth trine with Lilith. So the sun is in its detriment and stuff, but we're still feeling empowered and secure about the future, where we're going, because, well, that's for tomorrow, but about the future. And this is for Lilith. All this acting on the long term, this is for Lilith, because we suppressed it for so long, because we didn't have the funds, the space, the time. And now we have the funds, the space, and the time when we're going to go out, show out, because we can. Oh my god, why is the sun shining? I want to go outside. But then Sunday, the 21st of January, so after that, 1 hour and 51 minutes, so 1:51 in the AM, Pluto will also move into Aquarius. So we finally, Pluto is change, empowerment, so it's finally moving out of Capricorn. But wait! Because someone said again, all the cardinal and a friend sent me like cardinal risings, cardinal signs. You're off the hook after Pluto exits Capricorn. Excuse me. Well, Pluto will be moving back into Capricorn from like September 12th to November 20th. So don't be too hey for 2 months. You got 2 months in 2024 that's going back, and you're like, you said everything was gonna be okay. So I told him it's not gonna be okay yet. Wait until November passes 2024. But let me go back to the book. So Pluto, planet of empowerment, transformation, is we're going for the future-orientated transformation and healing for the community. As Aquarius is also very community and quirky. Love doing things on our own way. And I'm talking too much about Aquarius, but their dominant phrase is I know. And in a sextile, masculine sextile with Sagittarius, they're very eigenzinnig, very quirky, like I know. And in a masculine sextile with Aries too, they're like mm, mm, I woke myself up, gonna put myself to sleep. It wasn't you, but I do me.